consistency. That's what I feel like I strive off of. You know, I just bring my game off of just being productive and just being consistent, like I just mentioned. I'm definitely a route runner. I had a chance to be coached by Alexander and Brendan Marion. Those guys helped me tremendously, just put me in situations to thrive and be in situations to get different matchups. Therefore, I can show my route running ability. And growing up and just these previous off seasons, I focus more on my route run just so I can create some more separation.
Have you spoken to the Dallas Cowboys?
I have not.
Ricky, you just talked about your game as a wide receiver. I don't think some people realize you are a special teams demon. Talk about your game on special teams.
Man, it's just really a want to, a mindset and a mentality for me. I went to my special teams coordinator, James Sheavis, and demanded him that I want to be on special teams. I was on punt return and kick return. Like I just mentioned, it was a mindset for me. Go out there, just showcase my talent. Anytime I want to feel, I feel like I give my team an advantage to win.
And the block kicks as well.
For sure.
Have teams talked to you about your
Most
special teams?
Yes, sir.
What did Coach Sheavis like?
Man, great coach. Man, he's just very technical, and his knowledge of special teams is like top tier. There's somebody you want to go to and listen and just take as many notes and gain as much knowledge from him.
How do you get guys to buy into that? Because some guys aren't as excited.
Right. Like I just mentioned, he's so much of a great coach. You have no choice but to just lock in and take the knowledge and the things that he was taught to apply to your game. And I wasn't the only person that that did that. It was everybody on special teams.
How did Barry Odom?
Coach Odom's a great coach. He's a player's coach. Someone that's real. He's been there since day one for everybody, and I feel like these past 2 years, everybody brought into that culture that he brought into UNLV for sure.
His program helped develop you to the guy you are.
Just becoming a person, a man, taking accountability, doing the right things, making sure your habits are correct. Small things for me and for him, and like I mentioned, I apply that to my lifestyle, the person I am today.
How did that offense help you showcase yourself?
It's very unique, man. Go-go offense is one of the best offensive schemes in college football, and I was just put in different situations on the field, outside, slot, boundary, to just get different, matchups and just go at everybody, really.
Richie, the team that drafts you, what would they be getting from you as a player and a person?
A dog, for sure. That's number one. A dog, somebody that's gonna come in and compete, on offense and special teams from day one. A leader, a very vocal guy. That's someone that loves to lead by example. Like I mentioned, a dog.
What do you think is one underrated aspect of your game?
Underrated. That's a good question. Underrated. I would definitely say my separation, speed down the field, for sure.
Have you met with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yet this week?
I have.
Was it formal or informal?
Informal.
What would it mean? Maybe play next to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin?
Yeah, I would gain so much knowledge from those guys. Those are great receivers, and at the next level. So it would be a blessing, honestly.
Who's up here next year from UNLV?
Say it again.
Who's up here next year from UNLV?
Jet Thomas.
Why Jet?
He's a dog. He's a running back. He had 2 great years. His freshman year and his last season. His work ethic is there. He's smart at the game. His habits are right. Someone that he'll be here for sure.
Ricky, what did it mean to wear the C this year, being the captain?
It was a blessing. I got told by all my teammates. So that tells you my character and the way I lead. Like I said, it was a blessing to have that captain, that C on my chest for sure.
How do you think that can translate to the NFL?
It definitely would translate in ways that they'll see that I was a captain, and the things that I did to be able to get that C on my chest. So that's how I would.
You returned a handful of punts. You returned a handful of punts in 2024. Still took one to the house. Do you consider yourself?
I didn't return any punts.
Oh, my apologies.
No, that's Jacob DeJesus.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Ricky, you guys went through some upheaval at quarterback, but you're able to stay consistently productive. How do you think you're able to do that?
Just like I mentioned, Coach Barry Odom, just the culture he brought into that UNLV system. Everybody bought into his culture and the things that he taught us to do. So it wasn't no setback for us. We all came together. Me and Jackson Woodard led a player-led team meeting. And just continue to stay focused on our goals that we set in the beginning of the season.
When did you hold that meeting?
Right after that situation happened.
How did your time at UNLV prepare you for this week and getting ready for the
Say it
NFL?
again, I'm sorry.
How did your time at UNLV prepare you for this week and what's ahead in the NFL?
I had a great coaching staff there, so they taught me the right ways to go about things, my habits. So I would definitely say those things that helped me prepare for this week.
Can you talk about your transfer from Houston, Texas while you're here?
I have. It was informal though.
Can you talk about your transfer from Michigan State to UNLV? And, you were an instant impact playmaker as soon as you got on campus. So
Right.
how do you kind of go from new guy to leader of the team in the offense so quickly?
I just coming in and buying in. Honestly, that's all it's what it's about. Coming in, being vocal, adjusting, being adaptable to a new environment. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Ricky, could you talk about your high school experience and what that has done to get you here today?
Man, I played at Marietta High School my senior year. That team was loaded with talent. So, we had so many great players on offense and defense. And I feel like, that's why I strive so much in college, because in high school, I was already playing against some of the top recruited high school players each and every day, and we competed every day.
Could you talk about why that experience was special, like playing for your high school competition?
It was very special. We won state 2020, my senior year of high school. We just built a brotherhood at that school. All the players committed. We bought into that culture that we had there at Marietta, and it was very special for sure.
Can you shout out your high school coach or teammate?
Coach Morgan. There's so many good players on that team. Harrison Bailey, Eric Gilbert, Rashad Torrance, Kamani Vidal is now in the league, BJ Ojolari. We had a lot of players on that team for sure.
Ricky, when it comes to blocking punts, is that something, how much time did you spend on that? Where did your knack for being able to do that come from?
Like I mentioned, it's really a want-to. I got so much dog in me, and it just gave me an advantage to go out there and compete every down, on that special teams. So that's where it came from.
Is that something teams have talked with you about this week?
For sure.
And have you met with the Patriots?
Yes, sir. It was informal.
How did that go?
It went really well.
What makes you most appreciative about the Las Vegas community? Just being able to grow within that community and seeing that fan base really get behind this team.
At my time at UNLV, it was very special for me. Over the years, the fans and the community really bought into us winning and becoming a special team. We got the chance to play at Allegiant Stadium. It was brought over the years, like I mentioned, you can see the difference of winning. And it just made more people come out and watch us. Like the stands ended up coming and filling up.
I know you probably already asked about this, but just talking about your relationship with Jackson, and how